Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey all you beautiful people. Master Shortcut here, just warming up the car in the morning. About to go off on my day. For some reason I always think about stuff about this time, so that's why you might hear car engines in the background or things like that, but hey, that's okay. We don't have to have this recording perfect. Alright, well one of the things that I thought of was that I had this sort of realization of the beginning of my addiction to thought. So as a child, I was very timid. I was very scared. I sort of had a difficult existence as a child. Most of it was internal. I also had this creativity. I also had this very interesting mind. Now, through those dark times when I was feeling anxiety or I was feeling very afraid, I was able to use my mind to brighten my mood, to come up with ideas that would make me feel better, that would rationalize the problems that I had in my life. When I realized the power of these thoughts, that I could take a bad moment and that I could be creative and turn it into a fun moment, I fell in love with thought. I fell in love with the mind. I began to worship the mind. The mind was my source of happiness when I couldn't find it. Others may notice this. We use our mind as our source of happiness, maybe through memory. When we're feeling bad, we can remember something we love. That feeling is still only coming from the present. We give that memory credit, but that feeling is only coming from the present. It is always underneath, always available. And so I became addicted to mind, and this is where it starts to get weird, because the mind is not reality. So this is how we sort of get detached from reality. Over the years, the more I became obsessed with the mind, the more I became more interested in what I was thinking and not what was going on outside of me, the more I got closer and closer to delusion and insanity. And that was the direction I was going in my young adult life, because my reality was based on mind and thought. Those are impressions of reality. They're like mental paintings of what reality might be like. But every single person has a different mental painting. None of them are the same. Reality isn't like that. It's not held in a thought. Thoughts are floating through reality. They are an infinitely small fraction of reality. So this is sort of the beginning of the addiction to thought. And maybe some of you are dealing with addictions to thought as well. Maybe you call it overthinking. Maybe you call it you just can't get something out of your head. Maybe you call it you're distracted. Maybe you call it ADD. Maybe you call it who knows. We call it all these different things, but no words. The words are not the thing. All these different words are just trying to label something so that we can categorize it and analyze it. But once we stop analyzing it, the thing that we wanted, peace, it arises naturally. I like to think about this in war, for example. We don't have to learn peace. When the war stops, the peace arises naturally. It doesn't have to be learned. It is the natural essence underneath, ready to arise once we stop. Now this is very similar to our in a smaller scale, to the frustration, the war within ourselves. When we just simply stop the frustration, peace arises. We don't have to learn how to do peace. It is you. Once you stop trying to be something else, you already are that. Absolutely peaceful. Absolutely beautiful. Those little surface frustrations, those things come and go. They are not constant. You are the constant peacefulness that is always revealed every time the surface layer crap gets skimmed away. Alright, you guys. Have a wonderful, peaceful day with not many thoughts. Just enough thoughts to get through the functional stuff, and let the rest of your consciousness be filled with peace. Have a beautiful day.